In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about concept of message routing. So this is quite an important part where we're going to learn about a bit of message routing, how the entire Exchange server works when a message sends and someone sends a message, and then if it's from some recipient, then how it'll uh, gone with them rulings when you create transport rules and other kind of rules on transport or edge transport server. Now we all know regarding the uh, role of categorizer, which was part of the Exchange Server 2010. So it's a component of Exchange Server 2010 categorizer, and basically it processes the incoming message and determines on what to do with the message based on the rules set. So it's a component of Exchange Server 2010, and basically it's a very essential part. And not only process the incoming mail but also determines what to do. Whatever rule you have set on transport rule you have set, according to that it will be behave like, and according to whatever. For example, you send a mail and you set some conditions over there, according to some action it needs to filter out, then it will be do like that. Categorizer will be do like that. Let enhance this thing more. Now, for example, how basically the routing message work. For example, if a computer, for example, I'm just a general user, might be even in the infrastructure environment as well. I send a mail, and the mail sent to, for example, in the network, might be in the incoming way or outgoing way. I send a mail to hub transport or edge transport. When these hub transport or edge transport receives the mail, it will start processing the mail. They will process the mail, and according to that, once they process the mail, they send the mail to submission queue. They actually submit the message to submission queue, and according to that it will be processed like whatever it once it got processed and it's sent to submission queue, it will then according to whatever the rule set, it will be go through. For example, you have set some condition over there, action will be performed. If any if something you have a create exception, then the direction will not be performed. So according to that, it will be go through it. So I send a mail reach to hub transport or edge transport, process done, and then it submit to the submission queue, and then it will be go through, the message will go through. So then according to whatever the process will be done, and the routing will be made where the message needs to go, and whether it's a outsider message or whether it's an insider message. For example, the message could be from the inside infrastructure itself, or rather could be of the outside infrastructure as well. So matches will be according to that will be go through, and can be dropped as well, whatever ruling you have set for. So overview of message routing. Basically, we message routing go through with some labels, and you can note about that. Either will be a agent processing submission message, could be considered as initial stage of processing, where message basically go through the edge transport or hub transport or start processing, and then according to that, recipient resolution will be done. that whether this particular message is for the recipient of inside infrastructure or the recipient of the outside infrastructure. So for example, if it's outside, then it has to, for example, whatever rule has been set, it will go through it, and infrastructure, if any transport rule created, then according to that it will be performed. So this processing, then recipient resolution will know where the message needs to go, how to go. It will be a process according to that after resolution. Then routing will be fixed. For example, say that the message needs to go through the our message is for the inside infrastructure. Someone of my group has been sent a mail, then it will be according to will be sent. So then the fifth one will be content conversion. For example, I mean mail sent and according to whatever you have created, means whatever system you have. So according to the system, it will be converted, the content will be converted so that it can be readable, and otherwise it will be a huge problem if there is some coding. You know about the codings issues created whenever you send a mail, and if the coding not, or if you have not having the necessary codings in the system, it won't be a readable one. Then agent processing more routed message as well. There is two things. First is processing of the submitted message, and then agent processing of routing message. This is all about the journaling process. Journaling process means that to find it out about the mail, whether the mail is having any malware and having any virus. So it's all about the spamming thing. Processing doesn't mean that it will be completely checked as well. It will not that it will start a process, it will start some go through some coding. It's not like that. It will also go through and check the security purpose of the message of the mail, that whether it's not compromising mail or not. For example, and it's very important in the infrastructure environment. It can't and it's not that in a 1000 computer we start putting the antivirus over there. You have to fix your server itself. You have to make your server itself stronger, then that it should not have any issue. It will be from outside only detect the problem and will drop. For example, if we found that there is some spam mail, it will be dropped automatically. It will not pass through the network, it will not go through the network. It will be dropped itself. So then the processing will be go through, and then submitted message will be there. After recipient resolution, routing, content conversion, another processing will be done, and the processing will be of the routed message. Whatever message is go through for a router, and it, for example, it is known that it needs to go through it coming from outside, go through infrastructure, inside infrastructure mail it is, then we will process again. So two kind of journalism happen in the entire process. Journaling out in the submitted message, and then in the routed message as well. Then message packaging and DNS generation. Once the entire process of journaling done, then message we find out that yeah, it is no more having an issue, then it will be packaged, and a DSN will be generated as well if required. So DSN means delivery status notification generation. So if it required, it will be definitely do. So this is what the overview of message routing in Xsense 2010. This is quite a thing to understand about. That's why we have learned into a deep of message routing, and this is what the 6 key points where we have to understand about the entire message routing. Hope you learned something from it. Thanks for watching.